And I wonder if you could put yourself now in a place. Maybe there is someone watching this where perhaps in their church and even in their own lives that these practices, baptism and the Lord's Supper, they don't carry for them the significance that they should. And they're not high moments for them right now. They're not high emotional moments. They aren't. They want them to be, but they're not. How would you counsel a person like that says, I want to feel this more deeply than I do right now? Do you have any advice, any counsel you would give in that situation?
Sure. So there are some things that we do or the way we do them in worship that can slide away from the centrality of the gospel. But I think when you are dealing with baptism and the Lord's Supper, you are dealing with ground zero of the Christian faith.
Yeah.
This is the epicenter of what we believe. Christ died for us and rose again for us. And I really do believe, and this is in all of corporate worship, but it also applies in the question you're asking about baptism and the Lord's Supper, that the more you meditate on the gospel, the more there is an appreciation for the gospel, the more there is deeper convictions lead to higher praise. And the more you learn the gospel, rejoice in the gospel, embrace the gospel, I think it changes your perspective about everything. And I really do think that if your heart is saturated with the truth of the good news of Jesus Christ, his bloody cross and empty tomb, and God's work through those means to provide our redemption, as you see those things symbolized in the Lord's Supper, you see those things illustrated in the baptism, as you hear those things proclaimed in the preaching, hear those things declared in rich Christian music, as you think about those things, because that's your privilege and access to God in prayer, I think it just heightens all of worship when the gospel is the centerpiece.